Hi friends, welcome to Ideas at Home. Today's video is a review of Vinod Legacy Cast Iron Tawa. I have been getting a lot of requests from you all to do a review of a Vinod Legacy Cast Iron Cookware range. Finally, I have bought it from Amazon. This is not a sponsored video and I have bought it just for my personal use. Now let's unbox it. It's a 28 cm pre-seasoned cast iron dosha tawa. It was securely packed in a double cardboard box and I received the product intact. It comes with a lifetime warranty card and an instruction manual explaining all the do's, don'ts and frequently asked questions. Though the MRP written on the box is 2790, I got it for 1948. I will leave the Amazon link of this product in the description box below. You can buy it from there if you are interested. A free safety sleeve is also provided along with the dosha tawa. Now let's take the tawa out from the plastic bag. I'm quite happy with the finish of the cast iron dosha tawa. It is a little bit heavy. It's around 2 kg and the brand Vinod is written on the handle. It has got two handles, one small handle and a bigger handle. You will get the free cover only for this long bigger handle. The surface of the tawa is not very smooth. It has a little grainy texture, but the finish is perfectly fine. The tawa is a little bit more heavier than I expected, but I think this much weight is required for the even distribution of heat while making the dosha. The edge is about 1 centimeter in height. As it is very wide, that is 28 centimeter in diameter, you can make very big doshas in this. This is the handle cover that is provided with the cookware. It is very useful because while we are using cast iron dosha tawa or any other cookware, the entire cookware will be very hot and you cannot touch the handles. So as this is provided, it is easy to handle the tawa. You can use this as a multi-purpose tawa, as you can make dosha in this, chapatis in this, or bread preparation, anything is in this. I'll be showing all these further in this video. But this tawa is not suitable for making fulkas as it is heavy and it's not practical to lift it every time. I'm quite impressed with the finish of this tawa. I think it's clearly visible in the video. As it is already seasoned, we don't have to season it again. We can start using it with some simple steps. First, I'm going to wash the tawa in normal water. Then I'm going to wash it with a soft sponge with a little diluted Vim liquid. You can also use this tawa in OTG oven, but you should not use this in the microwave. Also, you should not wash the cast iron cookwares in a dishwasher, as it will strip off all the seasoning. There is no harm in washing the tawa with a dishwash liquid like this. It will remove all the dirt. But as it was a pre-season, there was not much dirt on the cookware. I have washed the cookware properly and now you have to just simply dry it, or you can keep it on the gas stove for drying. I have kept the flame in medium and then placed the Vinod cast iron dosha tawa on the flame. Now all the water on the pan has dried out completely. I am going to season this dosha tawa with a gingerly oil. You can also use coconut oil here, but as the main purpose is to make a dosha, I have preferred gingerly oil here. And I am applying the gingerly oil all over the tawa with a silicone brush. You can also use a piece of cloth, cotton cloth for this. You have to apply oil even on the handles and also underneath the pan. This will make the pan seasoned easily. So slowly I am lifting the pan, and on the reverse side also I am applying oil with the silicone brush. As it is for the first time, I am applying oil on the reverse side also. I have kept the flame in medium and I have applied a thin coat of oil all over the pan. Now we have to wait until smoke starts coming. It indicates that the oil is getting absorbed into the tawa and the pan is getting seasoned. You can see that smoke is coming, and at this point we have to switch off the flame and wait until the pan cools down completely and it reaches normal room temperature. You can repeat this step 2 to 3 times. The more you do this step, the more seasoned the pan will be. But here I have done this step only once, and when the pan has reached the room temperature, what I have done is I have switched on the flame again, and when the pan is hot again, I have poured the dosha batter. For the first time I have made a very small dosha and applied gingerly oil little liberally so that the dosha comes off from the pan easily. I was really surprised to see how easily the dosha has come out from the pan. This shows that the pan is well seasoned. I think it's because of the even thickness of the pan that the dosha is coming easily from the pan even in the first time. Next, I tried to make a ghee roast. I am spreading the dosha batter. What I felt is that if you are making uttapam, you will have to add more oil, that is gingerly oil, on the pan. But if you are making a ghee roast, in the beginning you don't need to apply gingerly oil or any oil. The oil that remains in the pan is enough. If it is too much oily, we won't be able to spread the ghee roast like this. I have poured in little ghee. The ghee will help to release the ghee roast from the surface of the tawa easily. While making dosha, I am using a steel spatula. This is the best for making dosha, because if you are using wooden spatula, it won't be that much easy to release the dosha came off from the pan very easily. There was no struggle at all. This is because the pan is well seasoned. If you find difficulty in releasing the dosha from the pan, what you can do is you can repeat the seasoning process for 2 or 3 times. Now let's make a simple bread toast in this tawa. For that I have added a small piece of butter onto the tawa. It is slowly getting melted. I am just spreading the butter all over the tawa with the spatula and then placing a bread piece over the butter. One side is almost done and I am going to flip it. Making bread toast in the cast iron tawa is very easy. You can also make a bread omelette or bullseye easily in this tawa. At a time you can make 3 bread slices on this tawa as it is really big. Next let's make a chapati on this tawa. So soon after making bread toast, I have rolled a chapati and then put over this. I am applying little ghee over the chapati. Using cast iron cookwares are healthy than using non-stick cookwares. Cooking in cast iron cookwares improves the iron intake in our body. Cast iron cookwares do need more maintenance as compared to other stainless steel cookwares or non-stick cookwares. But once we get used to it, we will be very comfortable using the cast iron cookwares. A chapati is also ready. So soon after making the chapati, I just want to clear one doubt. Normally for the easy release of dosha from the tawa, we keep a dedicated tawa for dosha only. But since I wanted to use this tawa for multi-purpose use, soon after making chapati, I just tried making a ghee roast again in the same tawa without washing it. To my surprise, dosha didn't stick to the sides, or I didn't find any difficulty to release the dosha from the tawa. It came off easily. Some of the tips that I would like to share with you while using the dosha tawa is that you don't have to wash the tawa every time after making a dosha. If there is not much dirt on it, you can just wipe it off with a damp cloth or just a dry cloth itself and then keep it aside. Or if you prefer to wash the tawa after use, you have to wash it with normal water. Or if you feel that the tawa is really dirty, you can use dishwash liquid and wash the tawa. After washing the tawa, you have to dry it, placing it over the gas stove, and when it is dried, apply a thin coat of oil and then store it. When it cools down, this will ensure that the tawa does not rust. Hope this review was useful for you. If you have any further doubts, please do ask me in the comment section below. I am quite happy with the performance of this Vinod Legacy cast iron cookware. Please do subscribe my channel Ideas at Home for more such recipes. Thanks for watching.